Hey, what's up guys? It's Joe Simpson. I thought I would give you a quick tour of my studio. I have recently relocated down to the basement. My son went up to his room with his computer, so he freed up the basement space. My daughter wants to do more video conferencing and stuff for her work. My wife wanted to recapture the office and get some of my gear and all my crap out of there. So I thought I'd give you a tour today, something a little bit off the fishing path, and show you what I've been working with as far as my setup and how I do my videos. It's probably going to be a little more than most of you would think you would need, but over time, if you do this long enough, you'll start gathering the same crap that I did. Let's take a look. Let me give you the tour. I'll show you around. So here is the corner that I usually sit in. And before I go too long talking about this space, I want to go ahead and show you how it's set up. So one thing that I had to overcome originally, when you do videos in the basement, you're going to have some lighting. And it used to be that I would use little lights like this, where you would just, sorry, a little bit bright, use those, set them up. But the problem with lights like that were the batteries would keep going dead. So what I did was I bought some light rope, or the adhesive light strips, LED strips, and I mounted their buttons under the desk. So check this out. I reach under here, and now I have a light panel off to the left. And then I reach over here, same side, or the other side, and I have a light panel over here. And I put some screen material together to kind of buffer the brightness of it, so it's not quite as overwhelming. And so I'm actually running, you can see here's my laptop, and I've got it wired up to a monitor. And that gives me pretty much everything I need to edit 1080p, which is all you really need for fishing editing. So, that's about it. So right here you see the camera. It's located right above my computer area. So I basically sit here and I speak right into that camera. And you'll notice this little screen beside my camera is kind of small, so it's hard to get the exact focus on my face that I want. And this particular camera is not great at autofocus. So I use this thing called the Lilliput. I've had this thing for almost 7 years. It's just a screen. It's not high res or anything, but it allows me to get a bigger picture so I can focus on my face and make sure you guys see all the details, my pimples, my moles, all that cool stuff that you just probably wouldn't want to see otherwise on my face. The other thing is here, I have a camera off to the side, and that way I can hold up my lures as I'm showing you guys things. I can kind of put it in front of the camera, and that camera is a cutaway camera that shows some of the different lures. It's a little bit better angle. That's something that I've just started doing recently. I have this little card slot guy here that plugs into a USB hub that goes back to my computer. That way I can put all my pictures and plug in some USB devices and cameras and things like that. And another recent addition, because just as important as the video is the audio, so I bought these little studio monitor things from Dayton Audio. Got those on special. They were like a return open box deal. So I got those for like, I don't know, 50 bucks. So the stuff that's here is not super expensive. So don't think that I'm like high dollar guy. Literally that camera right now, I think you get for $300 or $400, or maybe $500 or $600. You can get this laptop used, probably $600. The monitor, $200. These monitors here, these computer speakers, probably $50, $60. This camera right here is what I would recommend people starting with, is a Canon SL2. It's got one of the fastest autofocuses out there, and I think you can get that whole package for $500, $600. So, I mean, I've got less than, 2,000 bucks here for sure. And you're looking at some sound panels back here. Those keep the echoes and stuff from bouncing around. And the one thing I did add, which I think is crucial to all video editing, is a good microphone. Now this isn't expensive, it's about a $60 microphone, but I put it on a boom arm. You can see here my boom arm stretches all the way out. So when I'm sitting at the when I'm sitting at the desk, I can put that mic right next to my mouth and get a really good signal. And I don't know if you've noticed lately, but my vocals have been a lot cleaner, a lot tighter, a lot more up front in my videos, so to speak. So yeah, nothing super special here, just a laptop computer. This is a cheap little $20 keyboard. This is a Magic Mouse from Apple. I do like some of the features that I can edit with there. You've got the camera off to the side, these speakers right here, a monitor to view everything. This monitor on top of my camera allows me to get better focus. The Lumix G7 camera, not a bad gig to start with. It can shoot 4K, but I just shoot everything 1080p. I leave that one on the tripod all the time. And I've got some sound panels, some light panels, and of course a microphone. So yeah, this whole kit and caboodle, probably $1,200–1,500, maybe a little more. So I know when we're out fishing and doing our thing on the water, the video quality is always going to be kind of marginal at best, but I would say invest in a GoPro 7, something like that. Even the GoPro Hero 6 or 5 would be adequate. Something in that range would be good. You don't have to shoot the outside shots in 4K. I think more important than 4K resolution is shooting things in what's called a high frame rate, meaning more frames, so you can do better slow motion. In case you get a fish catch, you want to slow it down or do something cool. So yeah, you don't have to spend tons and tons of money. When you start growing your channel and you're getting to that 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 subscriber mark, you might start making, you know, $600, $700, $800 every 3 to 6 months. So you might want to consider turning some of that money back into gear, especially video gear, to make your video quality and production a little bit better. So anyway, it's some of the things that I go through to bring you guys the videos, and I try to do the best that I can. I'm not great at it yet, but I'm getting better. I love the practice and I love trying to do it. So it's my hobby other than fishing, all this gear and electronics and stuff like that. So I really like it. If it's not something you're into, just look for ways to keep it simple and keep the process a little easier for you so you don't have to struggle as much with the technology. But I really like it. So hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Hope you like my new studio, my new videos coming out. I'll have some more stuff this week. Talk to you soon.
That's right.